Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Dayspring Discussions. I'm your host, Sean McGahee, and this is a show where we talk about movies, TV, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books. If you geek out about it, we're going to talk about it. You can listen on iTunes, YouTube, Podomatic, and now Patreon, guys. And you can hit me up and follow me on the Facebook group or on Twitter, and of course, dayspringdiscussions@gmail.com, guys. Welcome back, guys. It is a beautiful Thursday morning here in Austin, Texas. I didn't do a show yesterday. Schedules ever changing that they are. My daughter actually started a dance class at her school, so I have to take her to school early on Wednesdays. Now, usually I record the show about 7 to 7:30, but I got to drop her off at school before 8:30. So with showers, breakfast, getting ready, stuff like that, it looks like on Wednesdays I'm not going to be able to do a show as far as time-wise. So it's okay. I'll still make it to you Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe even a weekend day. We'll check and see about that. But we're here, and we're here to talk about all things geek. On today's show, got a few housekeeping things I'm going to start off with, and then I have one main topic that I'm going to talk about. So starting off with the housekeeping stuff, not really related to geekiness, but yesterday marked the start of the NHL season. And tonight is the first game of the Chicago Blackhawks. Yes, guys, I am a hockey fan. Everybody knows me, knows I've liked hockey for a while. All the way back, I will admit, since I first saw The Mighty Ducks with Emilio Estevez. I saw that movie on VHS way back in the day. I immediately went out and got my first pair of rollerblades, and I have been skating ever since. I played a little actual ice hockey in my day. I played more roller hockey than anything, but I'm excited for the season to start. It'll be exciting. I will say I'm a bit disappointed. Now, I know living in Texas, the land that football is God, all other sports don't matter. Tuesday, I decided I want to play a little roller hockey. I was in the mood. Got my hockey stick, my rollerblades, got my net. I was going down to the park where the basketball court is this huge, basically, cement slab. And I was going to go play some roller hockey. But I couldn't find my orange street ball. Looked all over, couldn't find it. So I'm like, all right, I'll go buy one. I went to Walmart. I went to my local H-E-B supermarket. I went to Target. Nobody had just a ball. Just a little orange ball, okay? I went to a Walmart super center, okay? A Target, a super Target. Nobody had an orange street hockey ball. Now, I know in Texas you got your football, your baseball, and soccer, probably the three main sports here. But come on now, guys. It's not that hard to carry a little orange ball, especially since I know there are people out there that love the game. I've met them. There are people in my neighborhood who like to play hockey. So it kind of ruined my Tuesday a little bit. But okay, I'm done venting. Let's get back to the actual show, guys. This weekend is the New York Comic-Con. That's right, Comic-Con's come around. The publishers and the movie studios, they break out all the good stuff and give us some news and everything. This weekend, we're supposed to be getting the last Justice League trailer before the movie comes out in November. Looks like they're doing the big marketing push now because I've seen a lot more posters online. Also, it's my impression that I think after we get this trailer that we're going to get tickets on sale. I think that'll probably happen sometime within the week. Now, another trailer everyone is looking forward to is going to be the Star Wars trailer. That's right. According to Mark Hamill's Twitter feed that was deleted, we're supposed to be getting another Star Wars trailer coming out Monday Night Football. And then there's a report that I read yesterday that says we're also going to get tickets on sale for that, for The Last Jedi. It would make sense because with The Force Awakens, that's what they did. They did the trailer during halftime of the Monday Night Football. It also let tickets go on sale at that time as well. Now, my own personal experience in regards to Star Wars tickets was during that time, they said that the tickets weren't going to be released till after the trailer was shown. And I know I'm sitting there waiting for Monday Night Football to start, and I go on Twitter, and I'm seeing people have already got their tickets. I'm like, what the hell? So I hop online to my local theater to try to get tickets, and it's flooded. Frozen, can't do it. I go to several other movie theater chains. They're all frozen. Of course, Star Wars broke the internet. I'm freaking out. I'm afraid I'm not going to get tickets. So my wife's like, just go to the theater. I'll stay here and watch the websites. I'm like, all right. So I rush to my local theater. I get there and I'm seeing other people like walk in and out and stuff like that. And so I physically went and I bought the tickets that way. And then with Rogue One, because of that disastrous experience I had with The Force Awakens, I just went to the theater, like, screw the internet. I'm just going to go to the theater. They even announced what time the tickets were going to go on sale for Rogue One. So I got to the theater about 30 minutes ahead of time. And I was like 20th in line to get tickets too. So we're all sitting there standing in line while we're on our phones in the queue on the movie website trying to get tickets, seeing which would be faster. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do this year. My mom is actually visiting next week. So I already told her, Mom, I might have to leave you for about 2 hours to go buy Star Wars tickets, which she thought was ridiculous, but she knows me well enough to know that's something I care about. So I love you, Mom. Thank you. I do feel bad, though, for Justice League. I mean, if the Justice League trailer is set to come out on Sunday, and then the Star Wars trailer comes out on Monday, it's going to completely destroy any momentum that the Justice League trailer has, because after Monday, everyone's going to be talking about Star Wars. Because that's just what it is. Star Wars is that juggernaut that rolls over everything. Sticking in the land that is far, far away, new comics came out yesterday, guys, and last night I sat down and read a couple. And to be honest, my favorite ones this week were actually the Star Wars comics. You had the newest issue of Captain Phasma come out, which my wife just finished the book Phasma, and there was one page in there that was a reference to the book. And I sent that to her, and she thought that was pretty cool. Again, how everything in this canon is connected. Books, comics, movies, TV shows. It really shows you kind of the collaboration between everyone to make everything fit together and how carefully it all is put together like a puzzle piece. Also had the newest issue of Star Wars come out, and I really like this one. I like the art in it, but mainly I like the story. I've never been a big Imperial guy. I read the Battlefront 2 book, Inferno Squad, and I wasn't a big fan of it, mainly because it focused on the Imperials. This one focused on a group of Imperial stormtroopers, Scar Squad, if I believe correctly. And I'm sorry, Inferno Squad, but you guys suck compared to these guys. I really enjoyed this one. Really cool, especially the last page when our rebels, Luke, Han, Leia, they show up and see what Scar Squad has done to this village of rebels, or this group of rebels. That was a really good panel, really cool. I got to post it up on, I know, the Facebook group. I'm not sure if I had it up on Twitter, but go check it out. Really cool panel. But my favorite comic this week was the new Darth Vader comic. Now this series, Darth Vader, if you haven't checked it out, takes place immediately after the events of Revenge of the Sith. The whole first storyline was Vader hunting down a Jedi so he could take his lightsaber and create his own Sith saber and corrupt it to make it red so he could create his own lightsaber. Now in the second storyline, Darth Vader actually gets to meet the Inquisitors. He's attacked by the Grand Inquisitor, and then he gets to meet all the other Inquisitors. So if you've been watching Rebels or no Rebels, which hopefully you are because it's a damn good show, you got the Inquisitors, which are the Emperor's and Vader's minions. And in this storyline, you get to see how the Inquisitors come into play, who they are, and you see that this next storyline is going to be Vader training the Inquisitors to hunt down Jedi. Any fan of Rebels, like me, is excited for this storyline. So those are some comics I think you should go check out that I really enjoyed this week. And like I said, New York Comic Con is going on this weekend, so I'm sure we're going to get some goodness coming out of that. Aside from the Justice League trailer, I'm sure we'll get some other pieces of news. And if it's worthy, I'll be sure to post it up and talk about it on this weekend's show. So stay tuned for that. Now, in regards to Comic Con, they did announce yesterday that Marvel and Netflix will not be doing a Punisher panel. So it looks like in the wake of the tragic events of Las Vegas this week, Marvel and Netflix has decided to pull the Punisher from their New York Comic Con lineup. They released a statement saying, quote, "We are stunned and saddened by this week's senseless act in Vegas. After careful consideration, Netflix and Marvel have decided it wouldn't be appropriate for Marvel's The Punisher to participate in New York Comic Con. Our thoughts continue to be with the victims and those affected by this tragedy." So, not coming to Comic-Con. People are really excited for the show, as they should be. John Bernthal did a great job as Punisher in Daredevil Season 2. We're still not quite sure when this series is coming out. We think it's going to be sometime in the next couple months, in the fall, but they haven't given us a definitive date. I think they're just going to pop it up online and not tell anybody about it. But this, I think, is the right move, given the Punisher and what his character is and what he does to stop the bad guys, or how he stops the bad guys. You know, it would be towing the line a little bit as far as relating to the things that happen in Las Vegas on Monday, and I think it's just in good taste that they skip it. I'm sure they'll have something, maybe a trailer, or come out with the news that they were going to announce, hopefully a release date. But to skip the panel, I think that's in good taste. So kudos to Marvel's and Netflix for that. Okay, moving on to the main topic of today, guys. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Paramount Pictures has secured the film rights to the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog movie adaptation. The film is going to be produced by Deadpool director Tim Miller, and it's going to be directed by a freshman filmmaker, Jeff Fowler. The film is said to be a blend of live-action and CGI animation, which brings Sonic the Hedgehog to North American cinemas for the first time, if you don't count Wreck-It Ralph. The character originated in the 1991 Sega Genesis video game and has gone on to be Sega's mascot for many years now. Sonic has also had several successes in animated series, comic book tie-ins, and has his own current series running with Archie Comics. No release date has been set yet for the Sonic the Hedgehog film. Growing up, I played video games, as most kids did. I still remember Christmas morning when I was really young, getting the first Nintendo game series. My brother and my dad and I spent all afternoon playing Super Mario and Duck Hunt. And then I also remember getting our Sega Genesis, which included the first Sonic the Hedgehog video game. Back in the day, it seemed like if you were a kid, you either got a Sega or a Super Nintendo, and if you were really rich, you got both. We got the Sega Genesis, so I was a big Sega Genesis guy. Not only did I have all the Sonic the Hedgehog games, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, but I also had other cooler games such as Joe Montana Football and Streets of Rage 2. I always enjoyed him over Super Mario. I enjoyed the games more than Super Mario, minus Super Mario Bros. 3 for Nintendo. Still one of the greatest games ever in my opinion. So there have been talks for a while about, Sonic getting his own movie, another video game movie. I know what you're thinking, guys. It seems silly, but this one, I think, if they stick with the animated realm, you're going to be okay. I don't want to see the blend of a live-action one like they try to do with, like, say, the Smurfs movie. Sonic doesn't belong in that world. Sonic needs his own world with Dr. Robotnik and Tails and Knuckles and all those guys. If you want inspiration for this film, look no further than the 90s animated series. When I was a kid, there was 2 Sonic the Hedgehog animated series. One of them was really just like, I don't know, like a giant slapstick joke. And that one wasn't interesting as much, but there was another one. I know it showed Saturday mornings on ABC. It was a darker tone, more serious tone. And that one, I think, was really a great inspiration and showed just how great the Sonic the Hedgehog mythology could be. It's about Sonic the Hedgehog and what do they call it? The Resistance, or the Underground Resistance, or something like that, where they were all fighting against Dr. Robotnik. The cool thing about it was it had the best theme song ever. Let me do a little. Ready? Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive. He's the fastest thing alive. He's the fastest thing alive. Okay, guys, that was it. Sorry. I had to do it. I can't think of that show without singing the theme song. I could do the whole thing if you wanted to, but that was a great animated series, especially for a video game, for Sonic. Sonic enjoyed his chili dog. If you want to look at a good storyline for Sonic, that's where you need to look. And let's be sure to point this director Jeff Fowler that way. Now, in regards to Mr. Fowler, says he's a freshman director, so, okay, I'm not familiar with the guy's work, so I went on the IMDb page and looked him up. This guy, he has worked on not even four films, maybe 3 films. Let's see, he was a visual effects artist for Where the Wild Things Are. He was a writer for a couple shorts called The Gentleman's Duel and Go for Broke. These are all animated movies, but nothing is really substantial. The most substantial thing on here is Where the Wild Things Are. I haven't seen any of these other shorts, which I'm sure, given the fact that Paramount Pictures is letting this guy take over a big name like Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm sure he's got talent. But to me, it worries me a little bit because this guy's done a couple animated shorts, and that's about it, okay? Whose freaking cousin is this guy that'll let him take over Sonic the Hedgehog? I feel like you need maybe somebody that's got a little more experience, someone who's actually tackled full-length animated films, someone who has experience with this and kind of knows what they're doing and knows what the process is going to go. This guy's done animated stuff, yeah, great, but these are all short films. They're not major motion pictures, let alone full-length feature films. That gives me a little worry. But again, Paramount Pictures, they chose this guy for a reason. They're letting him do it for a reason. Tim Miller is letting Jeff Fowler direct this film for a reason. So until I see a trailer or see what they're doing or what he's doing, I got to at least take a step back, put my faith in the producer and the studio of the film, and think that they know what they're doing and they're going to do the right thing for the film. But also, let's not forget the main part of this story is that it is a video game movie. That's right. Even if it's going to be animated, it's still a video game movie, which, as we know, does not have the best track record. Now, we do have Tomb Raider coming out with Alicia Vikander, and to be honest, I really like that trailer. I really like Alicia Vikander, so I think that might be a good one. There are previous films that came out recently, such as Assassin's Creed and Warcraft, that they thought they were going to be able to break the video game movie curse of bad movies. I think we can all agree the best video game movie we've gotten so far is the original Mortal Kombat movie. That is still a great film. Sure, it's a little cheesy, you can say that, but we can all agree it's the best one we've gotten so far. Not Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the sequel. That movie blew chunks. So with Sonic coming out, I know it's going to have more of a lighthearted tone to it. So whether you can say it's going to help break the video game movie curse, I don't know. But as a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm excited to see what they do with this film. Like I said, I would love them to take it seriously, but I know they got to take it that lighter tone as well. And I'm fine with it. Just tell me a good story. Sonic, one thing I say about that animated series is they took the character of Sonic and gave him personality, gave him character. So even though this may be a kiddie film or an animated film, you got to make us care about him just like any other film. And if you do that, add it in with a little bit of an action vibe and give us something cool, something entertaining, it's going to be good. Where a lot of video game movies fall short, and where comic book movies, I think, used to fall short as well, is they didn't take the source material seriously. They thought, hey, we're just making a comic book movie. No, you're making a movie that is based on a comic book. So I think just like with Tomb Raider or Sonic or whatever other video game movie you have, you got to start with a good story and good characters and not think about, oh, we're just making a video game movie. And Sonic, I think, has a good enough mythology. It's rich enough. It's been around long enough to where you can really do something with it. Cherry pick stuff, put it together for what I think would be a good combination and a good entertaining movie to watch. Well, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Let me know, are you excited for a Sonic the Hedgehog movie? Do you think this movie is going to be the one that breaks the video game curse? Or possibly maybe Tomb Raider is? Let me know. Hit me up, dayspringdiscussions@gmail.com. You can find me personally on Twitter and Instagram, SlimDayspring12. And that's it for me today, guys. Just to let you know, this weekend I will be putting out a Blade Runner 2049 review. I'm going to have that out Friday night. I'm planning on seeing the film, so I will put my review for that up. Hopefully by Sunday morning, we'll get that going. Anything else, guys, you know where to find me. Until next time, may the Force be with us all.